Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum is still in this triangle, this symmetrical triangle that we took a look at in the last video already. Ethereum did not break out of the triangle at all. So yeah, after this, obviously after this downtrend, after the all-time high that was reached back in November, as you know, Ethereum has continued to go down. And very lately, after hitting that low here on the 24th of January, Ethereum has been making higher lows, but also lower highs. And the thing is, until we really break out of this triangle, we cannot really say where the price is going to go. There are two possibilities. So first of all, what I need to remind you of that Ethereum did reach that target area here. It did reach the area between the 78.6% fib level and the 88.7% fib level. Actually, this target area even reaches down to the beginning of the wave at $1,700. Yeah, so that was reached. From that point of view, the correction could be over. It could be over. It did the minimum what it needs to do as per the rules of the Elliott Wave method. Yeah, so that's all good. It did complete its ABC correction. It made a lower low. That's all fine. Yeah, the thing is that it did not find support on a fib level. I would love to see that it finds its way back to the at least to the 88.7% fib level here at $2,060. Okay, if it doesn't, that's fine. But we also have to say that since then we haven't really seen an impulse. What we see here is very corrective still. The reason for that is that we are still making here lower highs, for example, that we have come down very far. And we haven't really seen an impulse. I mean, even this here was a clear three-wave structure to the upside, so it is not impulsive yet. And I want to see an impulse to the upside to be more confident in saying that the correction is over. On top of that, we are in this triangle, and the symmetrical triangle is a trend continuation pattern. You could even argue that this is actually more likely to break to the downside than to the upside, because we are coming from above, so we are coming from a downtrend. You're forming this consolidation pattern after a downtrend, which could be argued then that we are actually losing this and then move down. So from my point of view, at the moment, I cannot give any green light in terms of the correction is over. There's no confirmation. It could be over because we reached here the minimum target that is required to complete a correction, as per the Elliott Wave method. So all I'm doing here is applying the rules as per the Elliott Wave method. But it doesn't have to be over, and that's so important. So what we first need is that confirmation that we did the minimum requirements to complete the end of the correction, and that's done. But now what we need to get is basically a confirmation signal, basically a first impulse to the upside. And this here was no impulse yet. I mean, you could count it like that, but it's not looking like an impulse typically would look like. Too many overlaps, not great. And on top of that, you've got this three-wave structure here to the upside, which just doesn't look great, and we are in a triangle pattern. On top of that, you're still below the 50-day moving average here at 2,780. That is what I would want to see to be breaking. Until then, again, I remain still very skeptical about this triangle pattern, about a potential uptrend, until I see it. And I would see it as soon as we break out of this triangle. That would at least be a first move, and that would even be a long trade that could be taken. If you see the Ethereum price break out of this triangle, and that would be, if that happened today, I don't think it's going to happen today, but today that resistance level, that dynamic resistance level, is at around 2,980. This will vary, and it also depends on how you exactly draw. I mean, I've put this line here because it does so well also provide support. Back here it did provide support. Now it's providing resistance, but you can even draw it a little bit more accurately if you just apply it to that particular triangle here. As you can see, then we have resistance at 2,940. That would need to be broken. Of course, first of all, the 50-day moving average, then that line. If that line gets broken and you get maybe a retest, confirmation, then we could reach here that next main resistance, and I'm quite confident we would then do that. That resistance is at $3,440. That is so important, that level. That is the level above which I would consider with a higher likelihood that downtrend to be over, and that we then go back into an uptrend. And we then need to take a look at the structure. What does the price do? How does the price action look like? Could it be a move already to all-time highs, and that's a bit different to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has not completed the minimum requirements of the correction. Ethereum did, okay? So therefore, we could argue that Ethereum, if it breaks that 3,440 level, we could be looking at new all-time highs. So we then need to look at the structure and take a closer look at it. But even then, you know, that would then be a first larger wave 1, and you will come down again into a wave 2 anyway. So there is no reason to FOMO in then if you break that red resistance line here. There's always another major dip, especially after a first wave 1, where because of the wave 2, yeah, so you get your wave 1 and the wave 2 typically comes down quite a lot, maybe to the 78.6% FIB level again, yeah. And that would then normally be another potential entry. And I'll definitely make you aware on this channel if that is happening or when that is happening, yeah. But what I'm saying is there is a short-term trading opportunity here if we break out of that triangle to the upside, yeah. In a downtrend, of course, or in this sort of pattern in which we currently are, because it's not clearly a bullish pattern, I would see that as rather risky. So use a stop loss. That's what I would do, at least if I'm going to take that trade. Now, looking at the indicators, I mean, as I said, we're still below those moving averages. Generally, looking at the indicators on the daily chart, well, we haven't moved above the 50 line on the RSI, so it's sort of still bearish momentum. On the other hand, there is a lot of room to the upside. And also, if we take a look at the daily MACD, we could be seeing here in the next couple of days a bullish crossover happen. So it's already reducing that negative momentum, and that is generally a bullish sign. That could, of course, support a breakout to the upside if it happens. And also the stochastic RSI is already coming higher here. So yeah, that could in the next few days lead to a bullish MACD crossover and then also support a breakout to the upside. But again, a resistance level is resistance until it's broken. So we don't know if that is going to break. What is very interesting is that 4-day chart. The 4-day chart is quite a meaningful chart for crypto. Not too long term, not too short term. And you can see how it's consequently reducing that negative momentum on the MACD. That is quite powerful. And the next, maybe in the next week or so, we are probably, if that's continuing, probably going to see here a bullish crossover. Last time a bullish crossover happened, yeah, I mean, it took us to new all-time highs, right? We had this twice here, 28th of July and then 8th of October, and that took us to new all-time highs. A 4-day chart MACD bullish crossover. So the indicators would definitely support here higher prices. Yeah, they would support it, not saying that we have to go higher, but they would support this. We see bullish momentum emerging here. Even here, the 2-day chart, the MACD has already crossed bullish anyway on the 4th of February. Since then, the MACD line has been going up carefully. Yeah, not like in a straight line to the upside, carefully, but still, it is still green here. So also that is not looking too bad. And on the weekly, we are still quite far away here from a bullish crossover, but that could happen as well if this is, yeah, continuing like that, and then you're getting your bullish crossover. Again, last time that happened here on the weekly chart as well, it took us to new all-time highs. The only reason I'm still a bit skeptical is here that monthly MACD, which is very, very bearish because we are coming from above. But what that means is potentially that you could see here still a more significant correction, or that we haven't finished the correction yet, but that we could maybe in the medium term, short term, move higher, depending also on, of course, what Bitcoin is doing. So the indicators would support rising prices, but the monthly MACD here is printing just that bearish crossover, which is not a bullish sign. But then again, it is only the first month here that we see this. So it could still be turned around, to be honest, yeah. Yeah, so that is pretty much here my view on Ethereum. It remains to be seen what the price is now doing in the next few days. We need to be a bit patient here, as long as we are sort of in this range here. It looks at the moment that the 50-day moving average is pushing the price down again. Support here is at 2,468. Of course, a triangle within this can be traded. Trading within a triangle is risky because it's sort of unpredictable. I would wait here in this case for a confirmed breakout to the upside or the downside. All right, that's my view here on Ethereum. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. There is additional content on Discord, Telegram, and you can also get access to a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.